Lights, camera, action.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That was on key.
Mm-hmm.
You a hater, yo.
I didn't say anything.
You did a That's hating.
Okay.
You think you're a natural hater?
No.
I am.
Fit your personality type.
What's my personality type? I fit no personality type. Don't box me into no something you read on the internet.
I don't have to. I deal with you a lot.
And?
Type A.
Actually, I'm not type A.
You're like A+?
No.
Oh.
A+? First of all, I don't believe in none of them shits. I don't believe in...
So what are you?
Greg.
So B?
Greg.
Okay.
They're type G? REG? Because that's the type I am.
You can't. Okay.
You could be type whatever you want to be. Listen to some nigga say on the internet, some white dude in his basement typed up different personality types.
That's where you got your degree from.
Some white nigga, you right. You ain't lying. This is all a scam.
Okay. Well, you said it. I didn't.
I've been saying it. Education is a scam. Education is 1,000% a scam.
Yeah, when you realize there's different avenues for you to get it. But it wasn't that easy before.
It's not even about getting it. It's about forcing people to spend all this money for some dumb shit.
Or you understand your value and understand that people want to know what you know.
Well, no. No, it's a scam. It's just a scam. They weed people out. They weed out the quote-unquote best of the best through education. That's my firm belief.
I think it's more about finances than education. Still comes from that.
I think it's intertwined.
Okay.
That shit is a fucking scam.
Okay.
Talk about you gotta go to school. Bullshit.
I'm screaming.
But I sent my kid to school.
Every day.
Part of the scam.
I'm paying for it faithfully.
Yeah. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's my favorite meme right now. Bullshit. Bullshit. What's wrong with you, yo?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never seen a little white kid in the car? Yo, what do you look at on social media? You don't go on social media. Like I be trying to send you stuff to give you some
on
bright
purpose,
to brighten up your day, and you probably just be looking at depressing shit. No, you're not looking at nothing.
Depressing shit? No, I'm not looking at anything.
That's the problem. Okay. Escape the world and look at some other people's bullshit.
That's why I travel. I don't need to do it on social media. I travel for that.
When you can't afford to travel, that's all you got. You can go right around the world on Instagram.
Sometimes you don't have to be able to afford it. You just have to have the right energy. I know that sounds crazy.
No, that sounds wild.
Would it work?
I bet it do.
It does.
Nasty ass.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh, that's why.
I didn't. No.
I thought you were saying around the world pussy.
No, that's not good. No. I'm not giving it up like that, Greg.
She got that around the world.
That sounds
around the world vagina.
Loosey goosey. Okay, let's go. Come on, Greg. Come on. Come on, do it.
Oh gosh, that's good. All right, banter. Here we go.
You didn't say it with enough energy.
Oh, just a video. Sorry. Banter. All right.
Okay.
What?
I didn't say anything.
What'd you give you a look?
I got time.
Then use it somewhere else. 3,000 questions, y'all. Here we go. Yo, what's up with the fake ass smile, yo? It's not even necessary. Don't smile at all.
I liked your natural banter. This is giving.
No, because it was good last week. You went in last week.
That's because I randomly chose it.
Oh, because you chose it. You want to choose it again?
No.
Huh?
No, I don't want to be a victim of circumstances.
All right.
Victim to circumstances. Here we go.
In one word, sum up society today.
It's crazy because we just had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go ahead, Greg.
Soft.
Like a dick or just in like sensitivity?
Yo, those two don't even equate.
Yes, they do.
They do, but still.
Or ice cream. Should I have said ice cream?
You could have said anything but a penis. But soft as in sensitivity.
I think it.
Because I don't want to use the word sensitive because it's not just sensitive. I don't think it's all sensitivity. I just think it's soft. Like this.
How does soft not play into sensitivity?
It does play into sensitivity, but I think you could be soft in other things too. You could be soft and how you spend your money. You could be soft.
No, that's not what this. That's not what the generation that is prevalent right now is doing. They are definitely, they are outside with their money. They are spending like they make money every day. They're not concerned about, and when they don't have it, they just find other ways.
To me, that's a soft way of thinking about money. Thinking that it's just easy.
You're thinking about being like disciplined and like
absolutely.
And that's okay, soft. Okay.
So yeah, I think one word to describe society is these motherfuckers soft. I guess I'm part of society, but I ain't soft.
I say.
Yo, I'm about to pour this water all over you.
Rain down on me. No. Oh. I would use the word evolving.
Bullshit.
Why? Things that we weren't able to do before, we're definitely able to do now. Even when it comes to banking, interviewing, interacting with each other. Like it's been evolving. Before
that's been society for the longest.
So you asked me for one word, I gave it to you, and you about to argue.
No, I'm just having a conversation with you.
You mad because you called the society soft because that's a society that you're raising right now in this year, and you want to talk about it because we can.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think that the society is so soft?
Oh, because I just gave you the reason why I think society is soft. I just think one, there is lack of accountability, no discipline. It's gonna sound real fucked up, but it's just too many options.
Okay. And in the generation that you are now cultivating and raising, what are you installing in them to make that different?
I guess all the things I just said: accountability, discipline, and lack of options. No, I'm not gonna say lack of options. That's not true.
Yeah, because I think that you provide her with limited options. As long as she wants to strive for it, you'll give her the tools to do it. Okay, we'll see. But that's my word.
Evolving, because society is always going to evolve.
Eat that dick.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be okay, Greg.
I pray to Jesus it is.
You can eat coochie too.
Oh.
I need you to be better. Like, who are you?
I have no idea what was happening there.
What was that noise?
Well, I'm just saying that you have either underestimated the thought process of this woman.
You don't think I prepared?
This is too much.
You do this every week, bro.
I'm ready.
The gist of this conversation is that I'm right and y'all wrong. I was waiting for you to finish whatever you was doing.
That was water. Don't put that on me.
Water. Welcome to Convo 129 of Just a Conversation with Greg and Gigi. I'm the person that talked first. And I am joined by the person who just says the randomest shit all the time.
Gigi.
What it do?
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Well, Greg, I've had good days. I've had some okay days. I've had some better days. And then I've had today.
I've had my ups and downs.
Okay.
But I've always had me some lemonade.
I know that there has been so many things. I know, like, I believe in higher power as well. But, like, like with this moon, this super moon, it happened to be a blue moon at that. Greg, I'm giving you a look. I'm giving you a look with the blue moon.
Fuck a blue moon. Somebody said that to me today. I was like, I don't give a shit about a blue moon. But once in a blue moon, I actually understood what the reference came from now. I never understood where it came from.
Because it actually is a thing.
Now I got it.
But I've been all right. Still decompressing from my trip for the most part. I'm trying to reset, renew, recycle. I don't know, the words that they use with those 3 R's. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do at this point. And right now, I still want to kind of disappear a little bit, but for the most part, I'm holding it down.
Go in a hole.
Huh?
Go in a hole. You're small enough.
Go in a hole?
Yeah, you're small enough.
Being in a hole doesn't pay bills. Oh, when you say it like that. Oh my God, Greg, I don't like you, bro. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Anyways, I am not selling pussy. This is not a solicitation. I don't want y'all to think that him laughing is a thing. Like, this is not a solicitation. Let's move on. I may have more things to say, but it's not even worth this conversation right now. So I'm gonna spin it to Greg so he can stop laughing.
You threw up the alley. That was your fault. That wasn't my fault.
I know about more. How are you, Greg?
You know what?
How are you?
You know what?
You don't want to do this.
I do.
No, you don't.
Go for it.
You don't want to do this.
Let's do it.
Let's not.
That's what editing is for.
I don't want to waste my time on that.
Oh, you trash.
No, I
That's
know
why
I'm not
can't go
trash.
to the next level. You see this?
I know why we can't go to the next level. You're not equipped for these conversations.
You're not equipped. I know how to edit, so I don't care. I can say whatever I want.
So even if I don't take it out, you would?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's mean. Why would
Let's
I do that?
move on, Greg. How are you?
I'm all right. Chilling. Can't complain at all.
Okay.
I mean, I can't complain. I just choose not to. That's the thing.
I appreciate you, Greg.
I appreciate me too. But why you appreciate me?
Yo.
Yo.
I want everything.
I appreciate you. But why you appreciate me? I want to know why you appreciate me. There's a lot of reasons to appreciate me.
Okay. Just keep it like on a surface level because I don't want to make that a Greg show. But you show up for me when I need you to show up for me.
That's nothing.
No, that's everything because everybody can say that they can show up. And it's not always about what they can and cannot do. Is what they have the actual ability to do it. Like they may want to show up for me, but they can't. You have.
What about the person who wants to show up for you but can't?
That's what I just said.
No, but like that they would. Like if they could, they would, but they just can't.
So why am I reaching out to them? I'm not saying that I can't. It's not a... Let me wait for you to finish.
No, you're fine. I'm listening.
No, I know. That's how I felt when you did that to me. Yeah, you don't like it.
Pettiness.
I learned from the best. Yeah.
I relish in my pettiness.
All right, I know. And you know what? I throw a little more ketchup on it to make it better.
Ketchup don't really do nothing because ketchup's not a really good condiment. If you would have said something like barbecue sauce or maybe like...
On a hot dog?
Especially when it's on a grill? You bugging. That shit amazing.
I don't know. I guess when you ran out of whatever the condiments that you actually want to use.
I actually go for barbecue sauce. I think ketchup is the most overrated condiment of all time. I don't think that
everybody's barbecue sauce isn't the right barbecue sauce for my hot dog.
No, it's a certain one.
So my thing is when it's not available, what do you do?
If it's on a grill, I keep that shit plain.
I'm screaming. I guess it depends. I got to make sure that it's beef or for sure.
I recently have only been like, if it's not a beef glizzy, I don't want it.
I don't want it either. Okay. Let's go into topics.
Yeah, me or you?
It's up to you. I hear it too. I don't know where it's coming from.
No, I'm trying to think what was my topic.
Wow. I'll go first then. Is it worth it being patient in a relationship? Let's talk about a man's view.
It depends on where you are in life.
Okay, and break that down.
Gave the Gigi answer.
Okay.
Because you don't give definitive answers. You answer like you Jesus. You know what I'm talking about, too.
All right.
I think it just depends on where you are. It's two things. It's really two things. All right. So if you are later on in life, like if you are like, I would say, 30s, like mid 30s, in 30s, probably not. Like, what am I being patient for? What is the patience for? What are we being patient here for?
Life could have hit them at a certain unopportune time.
For sure, absolutely. But what am I being patient for? This is just a man. You said from a man's perspective, right? Yeah.
What do you say? What aspects would have shown you yes or no in that situation?
Can you elaborate? Because
you're saying that if I'm in my 30s something, and what is that definitive moment for you where you're saying that she's not the one? Because I'm trying to understand where your patience will become.
Can I take
impatient.
a step back?
Sure.
And this kind of contradicts a little bit of what we had this conversation before. But a man doesn't need to be patient about nothing. Because in a lot of ways we drive the car. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of contradictory of everything we talked about before. No, not really, because I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying, not revisionist history. But
in the generation that we've grown in, men is the catalyst of deciding factors
for sure
in certain situations. Sorry.
Absolutely. And yeah, I don't think men need to be patient about anything.
Wow.
It's either you want it or you don't.
So, how do you think it's that easy?
Because in the society that we live in today, men, like you said, men are the driving the fact.
Not society, in our generation, because as we look at different generations, we have seen that the script has been flipped, or it has now become this.
I think women have always had to be patient. They've always had to be patient. Because if you like a man, and you feel strongly about him, you're going to wait until he's ready for whatever. A woman always have to be patient.
Or understand your worth, and you realize that there's no reason for waiting for someone that's still deciding if they want to be with you.
Even if you understand your worth, you don't understand your worth until you're even there. It's still a time where you're waiting.
And you don't think a man has that?
No.
Because they play with the numbers game. If you don't want me, somebody else will.
Absolutely. I think a man tolerates what he wants to tolerate.
I hear you. And you think that women succumb to more things that they tolerate than what they would actually tolerate?
Absolutely.
I can actually accept that. Does that make women stronger or less than?
I would say resilient.
I bet. Good answer.
Because
he's been spending time looking at podcast politics. 101 TED Talk with Greg.
Because it's situational. I think it's definitely situational. I'm not going to even say it's relative, because relative would mean to yourself, and to yourself you could think that it's a good reason why you're waiting. To the other person, you just dumb. What are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for this dumb nigga?
Potential. And some people don't believe in potential, but when you spend time enough with someone, if you understood the aspects or ranges that they have reached, that you can see that can be provided to you. What I think that we misconstrue is that those same things that you're able to see in that individual, if they still haven't provided to you, they've become that person where I said, you can be a great father, you can be a great friend, but you may not be a great spouse. It's like you can become this person who compartmentalizes the individual that you are, that in this certain avenue of your life, you're just not built for it.
No, I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
What do you mean?
Only because it's like, I guess the only way to to respond to that is to say, I'm gonna give advice to you ladies out there. Don't be patient for no nigga. If the nigga ain't showing you nothing. Have discernment.
Well,
right? If a nigga says they want to be the mayor, but don't even enroll or even go to meetings where they're talking to other politicians, what is the nigga doing?
Nothing.
Or if the nigga say they gonna get his license and hasn't even started to study for his permit, what is the nigga doing?
Can he afford a car?
Those are the situations where I think women don't need to be patient. When you are patient, you're stupid.
Okay. And you know what? I respect your thought process, but everyone doesn't have this journey such as yourself.
Or everybody don't have discernment.
No, discernment is one lane, but also understanding the avenues of how you grew up and the opportunities that you've been provided or the opportunities that have been taken away from you because of your life experiences. I don't think certain people deserve less love because they may have gotten locked up at some point in their lives. And that may deter them from certain avenues of success that they may have thought that they wanted to be in.
No, that's not what I'm talking about at all. So even a felon could have aspirations. Yeah. And they could move toward their aspirations. I'm not saying just because they got some
there are things sometimes that deter them on their record. Their aspirations.
Okay, that's fine. But if you're not moving still, even if there is a roadblock, if there is a wall in front of you and you having a hard time climbing it, you show me some effort that you're trying to get over the wall still. Like, don't just sit there because the wall is there.
Okay.
And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like when I hear women talk about I'm being patient for someone, and then they start to tell me, and I just have people who speak to me about these things.
Sure.
When they tell me about the nigga,
so many people.
Dead ass.
I hear you.
Shut up.
The ass is dead, Greg. Go ahead.
And they tell me about the nigga, and the nigga is just like I said, the wall is there, and they're sitting at the wall, looking up at the wall instead of trying to figure out a way to get over the wall.
Yeah, but I feel like at that point, if we're both not trying to get over the wall, then now I'm still the only person trying to get over this wall. Maybe the wall is letting me know that there's nothing else I can do outside of the idea that this is a teamwork effort. This wall has been provided to us because the same way you're not trying to go up the wall and find me.
So now it's us.
It would have to be.
No, it don't. No.
The wall of me getting over it is to you. What do you think the wall that I'm trying to get over?
I'm totally confused about what you're trying to say.
We're talking about being patient with someone. All right? And now you're looking at the wall because you've been so patient and you're waiting to get over those patience to get what you want. I don't know, whether it's a commitment, whether it's security, whether it's the idea of just letting you know what it is, definition. It's a variation of things.
Okay.
But we've both now, because the idea, the conversation has been brought, that's the wall. Now we either going to climb up together and figure out how we're going to figure this out, or one person's going to decide to come over and be like, hey, I'm the only person doing this.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're the only one trying to get over this wall, what are you being patient for?
How do you know that until you get there?
No, you can figure that out when you are trying. If you're making strides toward goals in your life, it may not be big strides. It may be baby steps.
I'm screaming.
But you're still trying to make some kind of stride to the goals in your life, and you see this, and you see your person, or quote unquote your person, the nigga that you messing with, not. Like, you know what that looks like. Don't act like you don't.
No, but I understand. But that's understanding that you're saying that, like, okay, because I'm trying to just put in perspective of this is a person that I've met, I've known, I've been dating. They've told me the dreams and aspirations that they have, and they're not doing anything to achieve those dreams.
Yeah, you can't be patient with somebody that you've been in a relationship for 2 months with.
What?
No, that's not patience. No, that's not being patient.
That's not patient at all. That's definitely you're looking for immediate gratification.
Yeah, because I'm talking about somebody that you've been with for a while.
Okay, I hear you. Oh, my ear's itchy.
Ladies, if he ain't trying to get over the wall, don't let him in your walls. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or create new walls, and you can let him be in your walls. Just Understand that those are not the walls you're gonna keep. You gotta burn that foundation.
Don't
down.
let him knock down your walls.
If it's good enough, that's what he was doing.
Don't let sex be the motivator for you. Please don't.
It don't. But sex can make you fall in love with some shit, and you be like, wait a minute. That's how homosexuals get away with life.
So I heard the dumbest shit this week. Someone said that if you're in a monogamous relationship, right? And depending on how old you are, this was a older group of people, and I'm paraphrasing, but they was like, when someone cheats, if you're in a monogamous relationship and someone cheats, it's not that big of a deal to them anymore, because especially when you've been searching for something and they got everything else that you've been looking for.
Wow.
That when they cheat, it's not that big of a deal anymore. And this was a man saying this.
For a woman cheating on them?
No.
For them to cheat on
them. For them to cheat. Because the first thing I said was, so how would you feel if your woman cheated on you?
Yeah. What was the response?
They never addressed it. Like it was like I was listening to something, and that's instantly what came in my head. Because I'm like, that is bullshit.
I think it's bullshit too, especially now because we are in a space where we can be in transparent relationships where people want to be with other people. We can have that conversation.
Sure.
Like there's everything for everybody. Literally, there's an ice cream store that will fit anyone if you got the right flavor. So it's like, for you to go against that, especially when you know your partner is monogamous. Oh, that's going to be my new dialogue. But especially if your person is monogamous, you want to trust the idea that they want to be monogamous with you. If not, then let's have the conversation. Do you still want to have sex with other people? And if you have that inkling that maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day I want to have sex with other people, talk to me about it. Because now I can have the conversation with you like, so how do you feel if one day, not today, not tomorrow, but one day, I might want to have sex with someone else? Are you open to that conversation? And not even saying that that's something that I actually want to do, but always put in perspective. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. You can't always understand that you're able to be player one all the time. Somebody else is going to be player one.
I think I've every time I hear about like the open relationship conversation, and I know that there's people in open relationships.
Absolutely.
And shout outs to them. But for most of the time when I hear people talk about it, like I would want my person to be open to it, I feel like they're only thinking about it from one side.
No, I think those are not that healthy relationships. But I also understand is you have to be selfish about it because you understand what you want.
That's where it has to stem from.
But it has to stem from that.
Yeah.
If I understand that this is the person that I am, and I know that you want to be my primary, my one, and I want you to be that person, but I still want to dabble in these facets of life with these individuals, I should be able to tell you that. Now, if you don't feel the same way back or are not confident or secure enough to be there when that's something that I want to do, then I should give you that opportunity to do that as well. I shouldn't have to put you in a situation where I came into it monogamous and you came into monogamous and now I want to change up the script. Now, granted, it happens. I've seen it happen. But communication and understanding where your partner is, because once you choose me, you choose me. If you was choosing other people, then come to me saying that I am in a polyamorous situation. I don't have anyone primary, but I'm outside. Let me make the decision if I want to dabble into that lifestyle or not. Don't take that away from me because now you might have an idea about being monogamous. You with me, you like being with me, but you still haven't let go of the poly life that you have.
So if you... I'm going to try to word this correctly because I already see how you would answer this.
I'm screaming.
Leave no trap doors.
I'm screaming.
Right? So let's say you are in a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
And you are really happy with just this one person. You're not even thinking about anything else.
That's the goal.
Right? And he comes to you and say, yo, how would you feel about an open relationship? Not poly, an open relationship.
And what's the difference to you?
In my understanding, a poly relationship is that you're in relationships with other people. No,
it's all about dynamics. So,
and I thought an open
poly
relationship
is open,
is just like you just having sex with other people.
You can do that in poly too. Like, you don't actually have to establish actual relationships. Sometimes you can just make it a sexual relationship. Oh. It doesn't have to really be a thing.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that was the main. I thought that was the difference.
They go hand in hand with each other.
Got you. But he comes to you and say, I want to do this. At that moment, like, you're happy, just him. And you have the conversation, because I know you say we will have a conversation. You had the conversation and you express to him, nah. But he still's like, all right, babe, I hear you. And cool, but I'm still really interested in this. Are you staying?
Am I staying? No.
Yo, and that is a shocker.
Really?
Because I wouldn't either. We usually don't agree on stuff.
Okay. And that's only because I've had my dabbleness in poly. And I can even see it working for me if that's something that we've introduced to each other in the beginning of a relationship and maybe we went monogamous. Because then the idea of wanting to like interchange, I understand the evolution of our relationship. But if we went into it monogamous and now you want to be with other people, and where I'm at right now, if you allow, okay, you know what? I gotta pay attention to who listens to my podcast. Okay. Where I'm at right now, I can compartmentalize.
She talk about.
However, I do believe in time there is going to be a space where if you allow anyone else to be in my space, they're wanting to keep me. They're going to start acting on the idea that they want to be with me. Now, how I respond to them is one thing. But once, it's like blood in the water. Once you start see things that are lacking, you start taking advantage of this open relationship thing. It's not always just about sex sometimes. Sometimes it's about the conversation that you're able to have with this person than your spouse. Sometimes it's about the idea that they have more time for you than your spouse. And then it becomes a thing where now we're estranged. It's no longer open. Now we're just two people living together and maybe humping on each other once a month because we've been outside or you're traveling or I'm traveling. And I don't think I would like that initially if we went into it monogamously.
Understood.
So
I just feel like they're going to cheat.
Once you open the door, like, I feel that way too. I feel like I'm still going to, I just watched a movie on Peacock and I'll talk about it.
You watched it on the cop?
Yeah. And I'll put that in my new dialogue, but yeah, you want to go to your topic?
Sure. Do you believe good people finish last?
Yes and no. All right, so yes, because good people have this idea of thinking about others before they think about themselves, and sometimes allow others to succeed or be more successful in certain lanes where they can be because they've decided to move out the way or support them more than they can support themselves. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that people who have great ideas, such as nonprofit organizations or people who dedicate their lives to the service of individuals, and that's what they love, I think they also win too. So I think it's a yes or no.
It's yes. Okay. They will always finish last. Good people finish last.
So you got to be an asshole all the time.
Huh?
You got to be an asshole.
No, I think you need some dog in you. I think you need a little bit of asshole in you to succeed in life. Even think about, I'm glad you even brought up the whole nonprofit thing. Even in nonprofits, you are competing for grants, you're competing for funding. You got to be a dog on some level. It's the truth. Like, you got to have some kind of shice bob in you to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Well, I feel like that's more of confidence than being more.
No, it's shice bob. You got to have some shice in you. I think even like, a person who I'll put myself out there, right? People consider me a good person. Thank you. Yeah, don't you? But you wouldn't, would you?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Because you're there for me.
That's relative.
For me?
That is relative.
So there's times where you're not there for me?
No, I'm not saying that.
So how is that relative?
But you thinking I'm a good?
Because it's subjective to me. Okay.
I think I have a lot of shice bob to me. When it comes to me,
I don't know how you deal with other people. Like
that's not true. You've seen me be shice bob.
Maybe. I always see.
I think you try to block it out.
I see you preaching understanding.
Okay.
I just, you know what? Yes, I do. I'm just gonna put it like that because I started like pinpointing things even on the shows that we've had. But let's continue. I just think you gotta be a little shice bob in order to get to the places. Well, if you strive for greatness, nobody's great has ever been just totally a good person. They've had some negative to them. I'm screaming.
That's my belief. So yes, I think good people finish last. You should strive to be an okay person.
Wow. That's crazy. Don't be a great person because you probably are an asshole, psychopath, or serial killer.
I think, in all seriousness, like you've heard of the term "good guys finish last."
Yes,
especially
that's
when
why
it comes to
feel like that's where you got
women.
It from.
Absolutely, and I agree. I 1000% agree.
I agree with
that's
you
relative
then.
too.
Because
that's relative.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on the task of what you call a good guy.
Yeah.
But when you also think about the idea that sometimes you step aside or you allow other people to prosper more than you, that's why I said I don't see that as. I agree with you when you're saying good guys finish last because you realize that all this energy that you're putting into someone you could have put in yourself and you could have been 2 times as great as them. But you didn't believe in yourself enough because you're that good guy and you see the potential in them, so you build them up. Yeah,
man. Stop putting your energy on other people, man. Use that shit yourself. Go be great,
man.
as Gigi would say at the end of the episode.
Thank you, Greg. Finally got some recognition. He had a shirt on.
You suck. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Welcome to the end of the episode. If you have made it, Gigi is shaking because something is wrong with her.
There's something on my hand. Relax, Greg.
You just started shaking. I'm like, what is
right.
So
call the ambulance.
Okay.
Do you say ambulance? You say ambulance. Ambulance.
Welcome to New Dialogue, into the show where we talk about things that we found interesting this week. What is wrong with you?
I'm just trying to get my energy up for New Dialogue. Can you just do your thing?
I just did.
Worry about over there. Jesus. Oh, you say Gigi? Do you have a New Dialogue? No.
Gigi, you have anything new? Welcome to New Dialogue, where we talk about things that we found interesting this week. Gigi, you want to start us off?
Yes. So I just
asshole.
was on Peacock. That's a platform, y'all. Thank you, Greg. And I just watched the movie called The Past. It was done by Candy Burris and Todd. I don't want to lie about his last name, but they're from. Candy is from Escape. She's also on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But they did this movie. He primarily wrote it. She helped produce it. And I just watched this movie, and it's basically about a couple who's been together for 7 years. They decide that they want to provide each other a pass. And a pass is that they can have sex with whoever they want to. It can't be a friend. It can't happen more than once. And it has to happen in this span of time, and obviously never happen again. And they can't talk about it. And they provided that to each other. Now come to find out that the wife ends up using the pass. The guy who actually brought up the proposition doesn't use the pass. and the woman ends up using the pass not with a man but with a woman. And it becomes where she breaks all the rules, where she's having sex in her house. She thinks her spouse is actually cheating on her because the woman that she decides to cheat on, well, to use the pass with, is her man's best friend. Her man's best friend at that. Fast forward, for anyone that's not going to watch it yet, ends up being a plot. They've been plotting on her. It just happens to be a 7-year plot, but they end up taking $6.5 million from her because she was a trust fund baby. And so shout outs to that, because it was actually something that I was tuned into because I was curious because of the people who produced it. However, I felt like I needed more, but it was enough. It gave me to be low key, but it was a good movie. So shout out to you, Candy and Todd. I think that you guys did amazing. It was something that I was very curious with, because I think that in this time frame where you say, like, even when men are saying that cheating is nothing, that idea of having a past, which I think will feel some type of way for a man more than a woman, in a sense, because of how you explained it, and the idea that we're resilient, put more stank to it, because I agree with you on that. But it drove her crazy, and which I also understood, when you decide to do something behind your spouse's back, unless you're a psychopath or you're really good with compartmentalizing, you find yourself in a space where you project onto them. You think that they're doing or maybe doing the same things that you're doing, and they may not even be doing it at all. So sometimes pay attention to those motives, because once she took that pass, it was so easy for her to believe that her husband was cheating on her, but he wasn't. So that's my new dialogue. It's called The Pass. It's on Peacock. Tune into it. I enjoyed it. It was a good conversation piece where I think one of my topics next week may even play into it. But what about you, Greg?
My new dialogue is, if you got Max, go watch BS High.
It's already on. When did it start?
I don't know. It's just a documentary.
Okay, because I feel like I saw it on a commercial.
Yo, Roy Johnson has to be the greatest scam artist of all time.
I need to watch it.
And not only is he a good scam artist, he's on camera saying that I'm not going to stop.
Scream.
Yo, that shit was amazing. That shit was amazing. I watched that shit at 12 o'clock last night.
Okay, so maybe it just released. So I saw like a commercial for it. I didn't know it was there.
That shit was really good.
Okay, I'll tap into it.
That shit was really good.
Okay.
And I think I had one more. Oh, yes, one more. For those of you who are in relationships, ladies, no, just say people in relationships. I'm not going to just gender it out. It's about to be a very tough season for some people.
Why?
Because sports is starting back up in every facet of the word. Football starts next Thursday. 2K comes out next Thursday. And then you got the basketball season eventually approaching. And then Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3 is coming out.
So the gamers and the sports fans, yeah.
Yeah, it's about to be real lonely for some people out there.
No, not if you enjoy what your spouse enjoys. Because I've always liked sports in general, but once I realized what my person is tapped into, I can make that work.
You're a rare breed.
Oh, we can figure out what we're doing on halftime.
Because it's gonna be long hours up at night because of 2K, and then football is just football. Well, I'm football for me is life.
Yeah. Are you guys doing?
I'll be trying to skip church.
Fantasy league.
Deadass.
Are you doing fantasy league this year too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm the commissioner.
I'm screaming.
So.
Okay, I like that for you.
30 year. This is our third consecutive year.
I like that.
It's dope when you can do it with the same group of people every year.
Because now you really have a challenge.
Yeah, that should be amazing. We got a whole group chat. I
like that.
It's amazing.
Keep getting them checks. Greg gonna try to take them.
So shout outs to everybody. I love September. Great. And that's all my new dialogue is.
I like that. Well, thank you so much for making this far. Thank you for making it this far in this episode. You guys have been amazing. We've had great conversation. Greg, don't mock me.
I wasn't mocking you.
So shut up.
I'll give you backup.
I don't need it.
I can't give you backup?
No, this is my moment.
I can't be the Pips?
You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime, Greg.
What did that have to do with anything?
So if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today.
To lose yourself?
Greg is trying to throw you off today.
I'm not trying to.
Let you have your 13 seconds of shine.
What 13 seconds? We're not even
Greg
there yet.
And I.
No, we don't. Because we got to tell them where we at.
Oh, I forgot.
Look,
Greg,
I'm trying to help you.
I'm so sorry. Because you got me upset. Greg, let me know how they can find you and how they can find us.
Yeah. Find me on Twitter or X. Whatever you decide to call. Find me on the porn site. But that's what it looked like. That's what that icon looks like.
Find them on XXNX, Greg. Let them know. Let them know your tag name, Greg.
I'm probably up there somewhere. You know.
Okay.
I'm not. I am not.
KG enthusiast.
What is wrong with you?
Everything.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Everything. Let's go, Greg. Let them know how they can find you and how they can find us. Not on a porn site.
You can find Gigi OnlyFans.
Not yet, but
it's gonna start with her feet, but it's gonna evolve.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. If I get the right traction, and I'm not showing pussy,
then you ain't never gonna make money.
I'll show some things y'all want to see.
Ew. Greg Nelson 26, because my name is my brand, on X and Twitter. Instagram. You know, and follow the pod, JustAConvo _pod on, you know, that platform.
TikTok, X, Twitter, YouTube.
But more importantly,
Apple,
listen to the
Spotify.
motherfucking podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Acast.
Oh, Amazon. We're on Acast too. Oh, we're on Amazon. Yay. He doesn't promote it properly. YouTube, I don't know.
Listen to the shit.
I don't see it on Linktree.
What?
Like Acast, Amazon. I don't see it.
Oh, that's what I've updated.
Yeah. Greg be better. And you can find me, my amazing
Greg be better.
individual.
Greg be better.
At GCarly7, and that's GQARLY and the number 7. And if you forgot today, if someone didn't tell you today, if you knew you was about to get your ass bust today, but you didn't, it's okay. Greg and I want you to go be great. Gigi.